Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, 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 hey!
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here we go.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Hey, here we go.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start the game. That's the way you set the tone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
59. I know he ain't got it.
On play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Swings it for the point. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
David Moore, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation when prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams, we know that they have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing on second and goal. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Right there, 54. Right there, 54.
In trouble here, down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bobby Wagner coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Taylor. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Good. 54. Good.
There's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he will lose lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
Oh, yeah!
A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and... before they could get a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Who will step up here? We'll see. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Mike 54. Mike 54. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. It goes man, complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 84 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways. Either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle or routes that run underneath so he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of what holes are going to be before they actually open, I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down. Carson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
25, check 25. Look.
From the 44, Wilson. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's fight forward. I'm going to run you over.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. Going deep downfield for Lewis. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1.
Good.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Panthers have recovered.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. After the football recovery, it's going to go. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on second. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Hey, switch gears.
12. Grant.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. He's going to lift. This is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown. DJ Moore. 81 yards. As they're an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. And sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's what it's all about turkey ball games, isn't it? Just go hurt you, and it worked really well for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Right down with Taylor. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st down, it's Carson. He's on here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the trekking. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
36 power.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Come on, boy.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further. As they get him down well short of the line to gain.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move it in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild-card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Oh, good move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now again, right side McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast.
Here we go.
In this case, we got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They'll run it with Scarlett. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go,
the last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They fake the give. Garoppolo lets it throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback who wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, kind of situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, there's Wilson. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Not today, Ron. Not today.
From the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Carson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash mark, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And they they take a 17-14 lead. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Panthers out there ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go.
So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here we go.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Well, indeed, star on the ground to run that clock. Oh, he faked it with a jerk. Now he's got some rain. He's at the 50.
I got you, boy.
Down to the 35. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we get you down to coastal Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Play to win. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they... in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
Pick six, baby.
Stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here we go, here we go.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
McCaffrey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Go.
Throwing on second and 8. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go. Let's go.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jaron Reed gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Shotgun handoff now to Panthers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
I got one.
They're keeping on the ground. It's Taylor. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Blue there.
Alert.
Now Wilson, leading from the ground. I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit it well, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
54, Mike, 54. We got to get the ball.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. 59.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Evans. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking to push out. This hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
54. On the ball.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Oh, Lewis. You ain't going nowhere. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Here we go.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go, here we go. Signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
1, Omaha.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
And they'll throw in front of the line. It's going to be caught by Sonia. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
He's going to go on top for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
To throws Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
We're going to work.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They're to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson from the ground, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Operating from the gun. Wilson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. The rush rushing numbers for Wilson. Maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
12.
Second and 5. Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanell. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go, D.
Here's Taylor. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Scrimmage to 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got him.
11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 34.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a run with McCaffrey. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock
and
get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick,
Hey, alert!
tick.
Alert! Say hunt! Say hunt!
To try to gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. 9 yards the pickup there. It's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Well, left to throw. He's got the hook up to Moore.
I got you, boy.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
From the 7, here's second and goal. They turn to Scarlett again. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Here we go.
Oh, it's an enormous call here. They'll go for 2. One play to keep their postseason alive. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? What is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shot in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And watch the slant.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late.
Mike 380. Mike 5-4. Cut, cut, cut. Reload, reload.
Wilson. He's going to look deep for Moore. It is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. First throw of OT from Guerrero. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to let the call bring against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
You ready?
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. L.J. Collier able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's McCaffrey. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Working from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves an under, but they turned it back over to the net.
It's coming, down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Shift.
Now, what can Wilson do here on the team? Got a man open at Tross. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Lady!
Mike 54. Too little, Black.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will finally stop him by great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it.
Here we go. 180!
Let's get the ball.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. That's what I do.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Mike,
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Handoff to Scarlett. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And the kick is good. It's official now. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.